Hey YouTube, what's going on? ZeroMagnumX, welcome. Here's another deck profile for Dragon Ball Super. This is on a Beerus Control Blue-Green deck. Hopefully you like it. We spent some time modifying it after the match. I also noticed that I posted the Ginyu deck, but we never got around to posting the Beerus deck. So I figured that would be a good next video. So here we have Beerus as our leader card. Auto, whenever this card attacks, if you have 3 or more energy, choose one opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 2 or less to KO it. So it's for anyone out there playing alone at home, that is any card like mana, converted mana cost, what have you. Anything of what the top number here is. And if it's a battle card, meaning like a creature in this game, it's gone. So pretty useful when you attack with this. And of course, as Awaken at 4 or less life, you flip him over, you draw a card. And his ability, whenever he boosts up to Beerus God of Destruction, first he gets another 5k. And it's whenever you, when this card attacks, draw a card, then choose up to one opponent's battle card with an energy cost of 3 or less and KO it. So, what's nice about this is even if, for some reason, if you just get ransacked from the get-go and go down by 4 life immediately and get your Awaken off, you don't have to have I don't believe you need the 3 or less life, so you can just start KOing things. So it's a nice comeback card if you get ransacked before you have your 3 energy and can start popping things off. And then also at 16 mana, you can pay it, and then switch it to rest mode and you win the game. So, very control-y type of card. This is Kitmit's deck. From the start off, which is weird that she's playing this deck because she normally picks different strategies, but I think it's cool. It's always good to expand your horizons. Alright, now here's the main deck. First we have 4 energy boosted Majin Buu. This card's great. You drop it on 1, draw a card, and then like it just guards you for 5k. So pretty good card, I think, overall. And you can even hold them in hand for free, 5k shields to combo with. Alright, then we have 3 Guardian North Kai. This also could be any number of things. Right now we're trying to block her out. See how that goes. 4 Whis, the Resting Attendant. I think this card's really important. I see a lot of lists trying to play 3. I like 4. I mean, getting to 6 to 7, especially the way I curve this deck out, is so important that you definitely want a good amount of these, and especially since the resource doesn't come into play, rest it, so you can use your counters and have a 10k body on the field, even have the mana to pay to add a 10k shield and ramp yourself. I just think this card's way too important not to run any less than 4 of if you're doing a ramp type strategy. Of course, the man himself, energy boosted Beerus, great powerful card. It's a 4 cost double strike, 20k. You need 2 blue energy in that cost to pay for him. But most importantly is if you have 5 or more energy, you just get to KO one of their battle cards. Like, that's absurd. You just, oh, okay, turn 5 play, boom, kill your thing. That's fantastic. Anything dies of your choice. So very powerful card. Blue deck should be running 4 of this, unless they have a really good excuse not to. Alright, so we have, and now, continuing with the Beerus theme, 2 Beerus General Demolition. He has Triple Strike. You need 3 blue to play him, so he's right on that curve where it's 7. It's a good, for a 2-color deck. This card inflicts 3 damage instead of 1, so Triple Strike, very nice. And then it says, when this card attacks a leader card, your opponent may choose 2 cards from his or her hand and place them into the drop area, meaning discard 2 cards from their hand. If they don't, choose all of your opponent's battle cards and energy, and then they're gone. He literally board wipes your opponent if they cannot discard. Fantastic card. I'm surprised, actually, for those out there, I'm surprised he's not played in Brawly. If he is, then okay, you're doing something right. But for those of you who are not, you need to find a way to make that 3 blue work in a 2-color Brawly deck, because just making sure they don't have a hand is incredible. You don't only rip apart their hand, then you just win the game. They're so far behind by the time you get to turn 7. I can't imagine this card just not winning the game on its own for you. So, something to think about. This card is absurd. Maybe it's because I have new player goggles on, but it seems ridiculous. Alright, then we have Godbreak Son Goku. You really don't evolve this card. You pay him for 7 in this deck. He's 7 mana, 3000 Double Breaker, but at a permanent, your opponent cannot activate counter cards against this card, and they can't block it. So you can just kind of rip through whatever you want. If they have like a Whis' Coercion or whatever, you're like, no, I don't think so. So an auto include, especially for blue-green, just to get around counters and start closing the game out. And then our major closer, although we still have not been able to land this card, the game ends before this happens. He ends the game on his own, though. That's a lot of blue energy to try. We run 2 Whis, Judge of the Gods. He has quadruple strike, meaning he hits 4 life points. This card's attack and skills cannot be negated, so no cold bloodlust. He's just stupid powerful. And then when you play this card, if your leader card is Beerus, after your current turn ends, take another turn. So he literally ends the game. Like, this is the best thing you can do at the highest cost in the game right now. Then, of course, we have 3 Whis' Coercion. Great counter card. We're only running 3 because we have a few other counters in for room purposes. Otherwise, always run 4. But we're a little bit tight on room for this deck. We have 3 of Balma, God Tempter. I know, like, I put all the battle cards together, but realistically, this is like a spell card. It's how it's acting, or an extra card. Even though it's a battle card, you're basically using it to search and then use it for a 5k shield. And with 1000, you're not really attacking with it. Unless your opponent has like no cards or no way to combo, and you have enough to combo with it, then sure. But generally speaking, it's 1 drop, find your 4-drop Whis, and then use it as a 5k shield. Objection, only running 3 because you don't want to drain too many cards from your hand, but that ramp is important. So 3 of Objection, good card. Choose a card from your hand and add it to your energy. Solid enough. And then the same deal with Piccolo. This is really, you're using it for the 0 cost. Whenever these are generic cards that every deck's using right now. They're 10k shields when you combo, or attack buffs. And whenever your life is at 4 or less, you play it, and each color is corresponded to your leader's color, so in this case blue. And you give whatever you're comboing with 10k, and then you draw a card. So you can kind of keep comboing. Like if you get these in succession, you can just get ridiculous numbers and draw a bunch. Then we have 2 results of training. We tried 3. I do not like 3 at all. I think 2 is fine for where we're going to be. Alright, now on to the green cards. This is less lengthy, as you can see by the size comparison here. There's a lot more blue than green. We have 4 Human Shield Krillin. Important card, a blocker. Works with some sideboard cards on Goku. 3 Super Saiyan Gotenks. A lot of people run 4. I like 3. This card felt very cloggy after a while. And the main reason that is because you have to switch the energy first, then you get to switch it to active mode. This hurts setups so badly. I wish it was the other way around, because you drop it for 5, draw a card, and then you knew which energy you wanted to switch to active mode. And then you could play more intelligently. Because it's the other way around, you're playing off of the cards that you have in hand. And that matters a whole lot in this card's power, and I feel like no one looks at that as much. So I think 3 is fine. We have the other one sideboarded for in the matches that it might matter more. But I only like 3 after playtesting it. Okay, and here is why we... Oh, sorry, yeah, that's right. We regulated these to the main board. This is why we have Krillin in our deck, because this guy gets... triple strike. So block early on, play this guy, wreck them. And then whenever you play this card, choose any number of your opponent's cards, which cost up to 6 or less, and KO them. So he just like nukes their field, kind of playing along with the Beerus theme of... KOing their card. When you're at 5, at 6, play this, KO more cards, and just kind of keep ahead and keep them behind. That's why I like that card main decked. Okay, and then we have a 3 of Keen Vegeta Surprise Attack. One of the reasons we don't run Sensu Bean is because of this card. It's virtually the same thing, but Revenge is a little bit stronger, I think, for this kind of deck since we're already ramping. We don't really need Sensu Bean in the main board. It's still a great card, but this does the same thing and allows you to KO the card if yours is, I think, yeah, when this card is attacked, KO the attacking card after the battle for the duration of the turn. So it's so very powerful. Just get rid of their thing, building into the control power of the deck. And then finally 3 full power energy, another negate where this is negate a card, and then choose a 1 cost and kill it. Very good versus red decks overall. So that's the main list. Here's the sideboard. It needs some work, but it's where we're at right now. So we have a Bulma God Tempter, another Guardian North Kai, 2 Vegeta Prince of Speed. At 5, it's a little more difficult, I found, to get the triple blue you need it. So we kind of keep him in the sideboard if we want to take out some of the green cards and go more blue heavy, kind of balancing off that color requirement. Another God Break Son Goku in case we ever need it. 2 more Whis, just in case we get into the grindy matchup where it's like all they're doing is attacking your dudes, you're attacking their dudes, and you just get to the 12 and you're like, okay, here, you know, gotcha. And of course, we still run the Sensu Beans. They are in the sideboard here. Also playing into the role of if we want to make the deck more blue heavy post sideboard games, like taking out maybe full power energy and some Keen Vegeta's surprise attacks, adding these in along with more Beerus and stuff. So we can kind of make the deck almost mono blue in that regard. Okay, and then we have 2 results of training, just in case we'd ever need it. I don't know if you would. And then 1 Super Saiyan Gotenks and 1 Keen Vegeta surprise attack, in case we kind of wanted to go the other way and make it more green heavy. So that's the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed this profile, and stay tuned for the next video. Peace and have a good one, everyone.